that makes sense. It is an energy that's surrounding you, that's trying to either keep you down from your plans, from your goals, from being on your path. It could also indicate the energy that is watching you. And also, I feel that it can also mean a habit, a very bad habit, a cycle that we keep ourselves in. It's like this cycle of having to, it's like you depending on a substance, you depending on something that is not doing you any justice, is not giving you a sense of comfort. It feels very unpleasant. It could be a very bad habit, a bad cycle that you put yourself in to make yourself feel euphoric for just maybe a few moments. It is having to break a cycle of some sort. But there is a lot of supporting cards laid out here surrounding that energy. It's like, even though there is this really bad cycle, or even though there is this really bad energy around you, or even though this is what is killing you inside, because for whatever reason you can't get your emotions in control, you can't get yourself grounded or even keep your emotions in control because, well, it is a fucked up world that we live in. This is mostly happening around us, and it's keeping us up at night. You know what I mean by that? If you have like the biggest heart, I'm pretty damn sure you know what the fuck I'm talking about, because you're seeing the world for what it is. You're seeing the world for what it has become, what it has became to be. Like, you're seeing the world for what it is now. Just don't. And it's either becoming very tough to manage, or it is becoming easier. But these supporting cards around that devil energy, it's like you having to stand your ground. The Queen of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is giving me this energy of like, I have been this way my whole entire life. I've been carrying this heart my whole entire life since I like came out of my mother's womb. It's not my fault that I have to deal with bullshit. It's not my fault that I have to deal with unwholesome energies around me, and I still have to be the one. I still have to be the bigger person. I still have to be the one to please. I was born with it, you say. With the King of Cups being your supporting energy. You know, you have a relationship with the highest. This is between you and the highest. This is between you and the loyalty and the trust that you've built within yourself. And now you are harnessing this King of Cups. You're saying, what do you mean that I have to stoop down to your level? What do you mean I can't use my heart in situations like this? What do you mean that I have to keep myself down in your level? I have a big heart. I know when to use it, and I know when not to use it around people who don't appreciate you. around people who don't see you for the person that you've become. With the with the Queen of Swords, excuse me, you having to be very headstrong. Also knowing when to back up when you've had enough. It's just having to appreciate yourself and honoring yourself and having boundaries around people who have constantly hurt you and have constantly cutting you. And then you go back to that cycle of having that euphoric feeling, going back in that cycle of having to indulge yourself because, well, when somebody takes you down, when something takes you down or tries to take you down constantly for no reason, perhaps, you go back into this cycle of having to self-destruct. Or maybe I shouldn't use that word, self-destruct. It could also be just having to escape, you know? When you have been that person who pleases everybody all the time, you come into a position of just wanting to have your own space or enjoy your presence, having time to yourself and appreciating that time to yourself. Because what do they do for you anyway? How do they make you feel anyway? They're just gonna constantly try and take from you. And so that you go back into this cycle of having to like indulge, you know? And that sometimes could be self-destructive. Other times you have the ability to check yourself and say, you know what, today is just going to be a comforting day. I'm still gonna keep my head strong for me and for everybody around me. I still have energy. I still believe that I have it within myself to keep myself strong and to keep gaining that strength, but also being that person for everyone else. But right now, I just need to keep my distance. Okay. With the Temperance card, this is giving you balance. Like I said, it's a relationship between you and the highest. It is a bond that you've created within yourself. You have been talking to yourself. You have been listening to your body. You have been rising to the occasion and also being kind and compassionate at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like when somebody finally makes that much money, either the money takes over your attitude, either you're boasting and becoming, arrogant because you're now making that much money, or you are the type to make the money, but also keeping yourself humble, staying true to your heart, staying true to yourself, keeping your head strong for you and for everybody. And then you having to finally make that money and you finally stepping into this opportunity, you're still staying humble because since from the very beginning, since you came out of your mama's room, you have been that person who honors their heart very seriously. Most importantly, honors your ability to love, most importantly, even though you know that you're making money now and you're able to support yourself more than you ever did, but you're also having to support the people around you at the same time, and staying humble and compassionate at the same time, and you're not losing your sense of compassion, your sense of kindness. You know, money can sometimes take over your mind. It can lead you to self-destruction. The Devil card. It can make us feel like we are the shit, like we are on top of the world. I worked so hard. How dare you say I can't have what I can't have, what I want, what I've been asking for. Yes, we do ask, and when we ask, it shall be given to you. But what is the intention behind you asking? Do you know what I mean? It is a test when you are given what you ask for. What is your attitude? What is your attitude? Staying true to yourself, staying compassionate, having self-compassion is very powerful, because not only are you strong in mind and in heart, but you are also strong for everyone else around you. You know, that's something to really think about when you have had something or someone around you making you feel less or taking you down for no reason. And they see you for what you do, and yet they still have this tendency to take you down. And what you have to do is to just step back a few steps back and analyze it from afar and love from a distance sometimes, you know, because you're trying to keep yourself aligned with yourself. You know, it's the Judgment card being it. What I'm getting is I'm tired too. My heart has been through so much. Please let me just rest. It's me and you and the relationship you have with God, you and the relationship you have with the universe, you and the relationship you have with the trees and the flowers and the plants and the animals around you. And it has nothing to do with anyone else. It's this promise you made to yourself that one day it'll all just come together and you'll be at peace again. And that whatever this energy that's trying to knock me down, well, my intention is not to knock you down. My intention is to make myself better. My intention is not to take you down, but for me to heal. Because healing gives me more than having to be self-destructive and to be destructive to others as well. Healing is the way out of things, and it honors yourself. It is honoring yourself, what you came here with and what God gave you when you came here. You know, that is what you stand by. And no matter how many times someone tries to take you down, you're gonna come back out of it stronger, because you have the power within yourself, with the Magician card supporting you always. Because you choose to heal instead of being self-destructive, instead of being destructive to other people. And you stand your ground. You defend yourself because you know you have to. You don't mean to be mean. You don't mean to be rude, but you just have to keep yourself grounded, because nobody else is going to help you but yourself. And healing is a way out of things, and it gives you more. Just a little quick overview. Thanks for letting me do that, guys. I'll see you later.